Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yorkie Man here, and welcome back to another episode of my Football Manager 2020 save here with FC Twente. In this episode, we will go through what's been going on off camera. If we turn the form around, as you can see, excellent. We've done really well. And also, there's been a transfer window. You know exactly what that means. More strikers. Right, guys, so I did lie to you. We didn't sign more strikers. We did sign 3 players, however, though. All young players. I'm not going to try and say their names. Just look at them and enjoy them. They all have very difficult names to say. We've been looking at young players, seeing how good they are, seeing if we can bring any in. Some of them have some decent potential, as you can see. Maybe we'll turn into something. Maybe we'll sell on for profit. The whole mindset of this save always has been all along, a little bit like Dortmund did in real life. Bringing great young talent to surround the squad with loads of great youth players who are going to progress to be big players, also to sell them on and make profit. We're definitely a selling club. That's going to be the way we make our money, especially in the early seasons. Bringing great young players, let them get to a stage where they're top quality and then move them on for real big fees, which will really help FC Twente's bank balance. Obviously, on the off-season, we have actually spent some money, let's be realistic, because we spent a lot on Seferosa. But we have brought in 5.5 million, selling off a load of youngsters. And then we also sold off 2 players we don't really use. Joel, who we signed, who came in, he made 3 appearances and 2 in the cup, so 5 overall. We sold him for 2 million. It's absolutely ridiculous. It will come back to bite us because he's gone to NAC Breda and he will probably score against us. That's always the way it works in FM. But 2 million for him. It's just ridiculous. I was so excited. And we also sold Zandro. He hasn't really played much for us. He's injury prone. He's not that good. So to get the 1.7 million, I believe we got for him, why not? It just seemed like a worthwhile deal. It also helps the bank balance a little bit here now. We are now within wage budget and we actually have some money to spend. That will all be put back into, again, signing young players that are going to progress the team and move us forward. But yeah, I'm really happy with the business we've done. It's calmer, way calmer than the start of the season, but some good moves. So the important part, the schedule. You guys will have remembered after losing 2-0 to PSV, you'll have been thinking, oh, is Yorkie going to get sacked? Form is dreadful. No, we're not. We've turned it around. To be honest with you, we were always playing fairly decent football. We just weren't getting the rub of the green. After a 2-2 Heerenveen and a horrendous 3-3 with the grass shaft, I really don't understand what happened. We scored 3 goals in 10 minutes and then it just all capitulated. It just all went wrong, but it doesn't matter. 3-3 is not too bad. We then won in the cup 2-0, which was a decent result. We then beat Groningen 2-0, and this really was where we started to kick up our form. After we beat Groningen 2-0, we scraped by against AZ. Honestly, we scraped by against AZ. It does look like we played fairly well, 7 on target, but they absolutely dominated. I don't know how we managed it. Ignacio went through, he scored the goal, and that was it. We got so lucky in that game. It's amazing. We then played against VVV Venlo. We beat them 4-0 in the cup, so we are through to the quarterfinal of the cup. We got a favourable draw against Willem, and I do believe that I think Ajax played PSV or Feyenoord played PSV, so one of the big teams is going to be knocked out, which is really good for us. We also then played against NAC Breda. We beat them 3-0, Serrano, Ignacio, and Ethan led. And then recently, literally just before I've recorded this episode, we played against Feyenoord. This was a game. I'm kind of sad it wasn't a live com, but this was unbelievable. What a fantastic match. We won 3-1. Again, amazing. Espinosa with a penalty. Seferosa on the 21st minute. Paulo Fernandes, sorry, I keep saying Pablo. Paulo Fernandes in the first minute. We were really dominant. We came out the traps. They scored just before half-time. And Paulo Fernandes managed to get himself sent off. So, really, most of their shots was after the sending off. We were fairly dominant until the sending off, and the ties just changed. They were all over us, but the team managed to stay strong, stick together, and we managed to get a 3-1 victory against Feyenoord. What a famous result for us. So with the turnaround in form, guys, this is how the table looks at the minute. Ajax absolutely destroying it at the top with PSV right behind them, and then Feyenoord and then Utrecht. You can see there's a huge difference between the top 3 and the rest of the teams, but we are now 2 points behind 4th. I really do believe this year, if we can hit a good run of form, we keep playing like we're playing, we have a good enough squad. I know they're young, but we have a good enough squad that we can actually get top 4. I'd be more than happy with top 4 and just keep building. Like I say, guys, this will probably take a little bit longer than the norm. I'm not going for the usual free transfers that you could pick up that would make us better. I'm not going for any of the usual, easier players, quote unquote, to sign that are going to improve us massively. I'm trying to build on youth and new players I've not ever used before in FM, and I'm really enjoying it because when we play good football, boy, do we play good football. And I'm hoping against Fortuna Sittard today we will play good football. There is something to show you in the team, though, for today's lineup. So I was picking the team for today's game, and I thought, I'm really confident. We've just beaten Feyenoord. We've got a good team. It's going to be frustrating because we haven't got Paulo. And then I looked at the squad, and I couldn't use half the players. We're actually playing the 2 young centre-backs that I've got in defence, which is a bit of an issue. We've changed the formation up a touch. We're constantly sticking with Cam now, which is a bit of a change. And Busquets has been playing here as deep-lying playmaker, but Singh's on a great run of form. But yeah, how often do you see this? How often do you see this? I mean, thank you, FM. You're doing me a ton of favours on this running and making me look good on live comms. Fantastic. But how many players is that we can't use? You get 12-man bench as well. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players. 9 players. Imagine if this was a 25-man squad. I probably wouldn't have a bench right now. 9 players that can't be selected. And I get it, okay, 3 of them are suspended. But it still means we have a huge injury list. It's a big problem, especially when 4 of them are centre-backs. So, interesting centre-back partnership today. It's definitely not tried and tested. But I'm hoping with the level of team we're going up against, no offence to Fortuna Sittard, we should hopefully get by with the talent we've got going forward. Also, something of note, Seferova's been great this season. Fantastic. But Serrano, he's at it again. He's kicked it up another notch again. 17-year-old Spaniard. He's taken over on that left wing. He's been fantastic in recent games, and he's definitely improving. So I'm just excited to see how he turns out. Because if you looked at him technically, physically, just when we first signed him, you wouldn't have thought he was going to be up to much, but he's been fantastic and his performances are good. And at the age of 17, he's ever improving. So I'm looking forward to him having a good performance today. But no, my luck, he'll get a 6.1 and an injury. Good luck. Right, they're lining up interestingly, and they're not playing wingers. So I'm hoping, since we're pretty decent down the wings, that will be a strong spot for us. I can hope. They have a full bench, though. It's nice for them. If we get a centre-back injury, we're in trouble. I don't know who I'm going to play at centre-back. That could be a real problem. Big talking point. Not looking forward to that. Right, let's get into the game. At the moment, we're playing on positive. I have played on attacking against particularly the smaller teams, especially when we struggled to score, And I've been moving instructions up and down, but I think we should be okay. Against Fortuna, positive should work well. And we need to be as offensive as possible. I like the way we're playing at the moment, though. And we're sticking to playing through the middle, which seems to be benefiting us. I'm nervous because we play Ajax soon, and this run of form has been so much fun. Ajax could definitely be the team that changes that, though. And I am also nervous today with the way they're going to play coming forward, because obviously defensively, we're not sound today. We also I didn't point it out. I must have missed this. Well done, Yorkie. We sold Drommel, the backup goalkeeper, who was the first team goalkeeper in Season 1. It made sense. I will also show you players that we are going in for, actually, because there's a few players that we've signed to come in next season. We'll take a look at them after this highlight. Lang, though, he's in. He can't score it, though. What a shame. Right, guys, as per usual, I always miss stuff out, but this is what we're looking at. We're at the contract stage for this goalkeeper, who he's wanted by a few big clubs, and that made me want him even more. But he's a 17-year-old goalkeeper, one for the future. We just signed Anders, centre-back. He actually looks pretty decent. His tackling and marking isn't amazing, but 11 is not dreadful. And at 20 years of age, he's pretty decent. He's quite physical. Yeah, he's more in defence, and he's got a little bit of prospect to him, and he was on a free. You already know about Elias. We signed Frank. I love the name, Ivorian. We've been scouring the African leagues for players, because if you've never done it before, the African leagues in this game, load them up, because there is tons and tons of talent in the African leagues. We also got Pantic or Pantek Danilo from Chelsea. He looks really good, actually. He's going to come in on a free and be a pretty decent player for us. He's the kind of player that's fairly ready-made, but he's going to be good. We also managed to sign Paulo Fernandes on a free after his contract's up, which I was really surprised that we managed to do that, but Man City didn't value him. We certainly do value him, so he's fantastic. We've got him coming in permanently, so him and Aitor can be our main right wingers, and yeah, that's really good for us. Good news for the team. We got rid of Emil. he wasn't great. We never really used him. I don't even know why I re-signed him, but we've managed to get money for him, and that's all that matters. He's actually never really played for the team. He came on for his first game this season. We had him all last season. He didn't play once. But anyway, guys, that's it for the transfers. So let's get back into the game where hopefully we can win. We've started well. Sometimes teams are very difficult to break down, especially when you're the aggressor. Ignacio goes close there. Ignacio is having a better season than last year, might I add, as well at this stage. Which is very handy because we needed him too. We don't really have any other strikers. We know this. I may sign a lot, but no one is quality enough to be a starter in the team yet. So we really were praying for him to be a good player. Although Seferoza's come into the team and he's chipping in with goals, actually. He scored quite a few. We didn't have that last year. Lang, Seferoza, play it off. Sabol cannot score it. Right, well, we're dominating here in the early stages, but we're yet to score. But Serrano here, he's in. Sabol, can he get a cross in? That was a penalty. I saw a penalty. No? Singh. Oh, Serrano's going to get on the end. He needs to whip it in, and he doesn't. It goes out. That is a shame. It is a big shame. Right, so we've got a free kick here, and against these kind of teams, sometimes it can be really difficult to score. Maybe if we had our usual centre-backs on, that might have gone in, but it's blazed over the top of the bar. We just need to keep on picking up wins, because Utrecht and Vitesse have found good form as well at the same time. Always tends to be the case. So we need to be consistent and keep picking up wins. I'm not worried about our job at any stage. Ignacio, oh, you expect him to score there. He's a bit camera shy though, isn't he? But yeah, both teams have found form at the exact same time as we have, which is a bit frustrating. It's been a very, very dominant first half, which is unusual. And this has been a lot of highlights for a first half as well. As Laird goes free, I'd really like to pick him up. If we need to either reloan Ethan or we need to sign him if given the funds. He's probably one of the only players. If we signed just one player next season, it would be him. He is so good down that right-hand side. He's been so impactful for us, although he should be crossing the ball in there. He's been so impactful for us. I really feel like we'd be missing out if we didn't manage to sign him. Right, guys, so half-time, we've been sheer dominance. 14 shots, 8 on target, but nothing in the back of the net yet. And Ignacio only had that one chance. He probably should have scored it, but only the one chance. We've limited them, so we're still playing very well, but you know what it's like. If we don't score a goal, we're in trouble. I don't really have many options off the bench up front. Right, so we're going to work ball into box for the start of this second half and just see if it creates any better chances. I wasn't terribly unhappy with the chances we created in the first half. I'd really like a goal. Ethan Laird's just been absolutely taken out there. Wijnaldum? It's not the correct one. He's being sent off. So we've got a man advantage now. Surely, with the man advantage, there is no way we can throw this away live on camera, please. Although defensively, we're still in trouble. But look at that room for Laird there. What can he do with it, though? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. We're going to go attacking, I think. I think these... we should be able to pick them apart, to be honest with you. So we are going to go attacking. Can we get a good ball in? Ignacio blazes it over. He's not having a good game, is he? And that's really... It is a shame because he's played really well recently. I do feel like if we get him a really good chance, though, he will hit the back of the net. Serrano. Get it. Lang... Not to be. Not to be. Serrano's not having the best game either. And we brought on Carlos Sanchez. Yep. You guys have heard of him. There's a reason why you've not heard of him. He's been in the reserves all season. Oh, he's going to be good, though. He's Colombian. And there we go. It doesn't matter because Eduard Sobol has scored the goal that we needed from left back. And that should take away all the pressure now on the team. And we should be fine. The stadium is packed for this one as well. I really am enjoying the way we can knock the ball about, and the fullbacks are doing really well at getting forward at the minute. I'm enjoying it. The way we're playing when we're in a good run is nice to watch, but the way we were playing before this episode, not so nice to watch. That wasn't good fun. This is a good performance so far today, and where does that put us? It does keep us 6th, but it helps that Vitesse are now losing by the looks of it. Singh, maybe he should have taken the shot on instead of trying to get it to Espinosa. But yes, we are now on 39 points, exactly the same as Vitesse. So we are catching up. Top 4 is in sight. Serrano blazes that well wide, though. We may bring Serrano off, but we've dropped back down to positive. I'm fairly confident now that we should dominate Lang. But you know you always need the second goal, don't you? You always need the second goal. You can never be reliant on just the one. So if we can score a second, that'd be massively appreciated. Right, so we're going to bring Batista Maya on. I can't believe how dominant we've been with just one goal. And it's the left back. It's just crazy. Sometimes on live comms, the team just cannot turn it on. Sabal, though, he's through again. He tries to repeat it. It looks like he tries to repeat exactly what he did last time. Unfortunately, it's not a goal for us, though. Good play, though. Very enjoyable so far. Watching the team, like I say at the moment, when we play well, is really nice to watch. As you can see, we take control of games. With Sabal picking up a knock, we've taken him off for Kurt. Kurt's had an okay first season, actually, in a rotational role. He's played quite well when we played at right back. Batista Maya with the free kick. We know he can score free kicks. He's scored a few so far this season. He's a player I wouldn't mind making a permanent fixture at the club, but again, Bayern Munich aren't going to let him go for cheap, are they? He looks like he's quite highly rated over there in Germany. Right, guys, so that's it, full time. Another live com 1-0. I mean, it's better than a loss, and we played really well, so there were plenty of highlights for me to come back with how well the team was playing, but not the most exciting. The Feyenoord game would have been way more exciting. I'm a little bit frustrated that we didn't bring you that game. I really am, but 25 shots, 13 on target, 2 clear-cut chances, 5 half chances. The team really did have big output. We played very well. They only had 1 shot on target, which doesn't seem to take much 9 times out of 10 for teams to score with 1 shot on target, but nevertheless, it's a good result, and Vitesse did not win, so it makes us on 39 points, the same with Vitesse, but at the moment, Utrecht are having a very good season. They beat Heerenveen 4-1. Heerenveen not having a great season at all, but another decent result. We keep on going. We're doing well. I feel like top 4 is definitely achievable this season. Right, guys, so that's going to be it for this episode. We did keep form going. We're doing very well at the moment. I'm going to try and keep that form up now as we move towards probably the next game, maybe Heracles or Den Haag. I'm not sure. Probably most likely Heracles. We also do have the possibility of a cup final. That'd be fantastic, our first cup final at the club. So maybe we'll bring the cup final. Also, what you've got to remember is if we win the cup, we get European football. I think we get European football just for being in the cup final. So it'd be amazing if we could not worry about getting 4th. I still think we will get 4th. To be honest with you, there's only PSV and Ajax to play. If we're being realistic, and we do play Utrecht, we should be able to beat, I do think we are the best of the rest now. We should be able to beat all the rest of the teams around us. So hopefully we keep the run going, get okay results against PSV and Ajax, beat Utrecht, and we will finish 4th and have a very good season. Hey, you never know. If Feyenoord slip up and lose 4, we might even get 3rd. But anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching this episode, and I will catch you in the next one. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate all the love you're showing on the channel at the minute. We're nearly at 200 subscribers, which may not seem like a lot to most people, but it's quite a lot to me considering I've been doing this now for so long, and this is the most consistent I've probably been able to be. Also, go and check us out on Twitch. We're doing a Journeyman. It's really good fun over there. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one, where hopefully, cup final maybe.